Hi everybody, my name is Cara. I'm the exercise physiologist working with Hobsons Bay, and today we are talking about falls prevention. Now, falls is the leading cause of injury and hospitalisation in older adults, and it really is a topic that we need to chat about to include these exercises into our week. Studies show that doing 30 minutes of moderate activity on most days or all days, in addition with 2 hours of strength and balance exercises per week, reduces your risk of falls. So last week we spoke about strength exercises. Today we're going to talk about balance exercises, and the ideal is we combine them both and complete a total of 2 hours per week of both of those exercises. Okay? So lower limb strength is also a risk factor for falls. So it's important that we do our leg exercises just as much as we do our balance exercises to reduce our risk of falls. Okay? Now, in terms of starting exercise, if you haven't done any balance exercises before, start now. So age is not a barrier, it doesn't mean you cannot start. So if you can, start your balance exercises and your strength exercises now, and you will still reduce your risk of falls. Now, it is also important that you do make sure your home environment is safe prior to completing your exercises, but also just in general. So making sure that you reduce your risk of falls by making sure there isn't any objects on the floor, you pack away things, you make sure that you're wearing nice comfortable shoes, preferably not slippers and preferably not barefoot, and making sure that you do feel safe. Other things could be chatting to your doctor or chatting to your family or health professionals about home modification. So that could be getting help with a bar to help you get up the steps to get into the house. It could be a bar in the toilet to help you get on and off the toilet, or in the shower to help reduce your risk of falls in the shower by having something to hold on to. So that could be something that you discuss, as well as personal alert systems. So this is something where maybe if you live by yourself or you know of someone who lives by themselves, where they can have a personal alert system where if they do happen to have a fall or they feel unsafe, that they are able to contact somebody using their personal alert system that they have at home. So there's lots of little things to chat about in terms of falls, but the main thing that I can stress is by adding in your strength exercises and your balance exercises into your week, you will reduce your risk of falls, and that is really, really important. So today we're going to go through some balance exercises. So all you will need is a chair or a wall close by, which we'll just use for support. And again, I will give you options on how to progress these exercises safely. If you can, do them supervised with someone around, or family members if they come to visit, do them together. And also it is important that you do have some sort of challenge. So with balance exercises, it is recommended that you do them supervised by a health professional, such as an exercise physiologist or a trusted health professional, to also challenge you. So at home, we want to make sure that they're nice and safe because you're by yourself. But if you do have someone that you're seeing for exercises, get them to add in some balance and make sure they're there to supervise. And it is more beneficial if you are supervised, as you get a bit more of a challenge and you can add in some things that will change it up. Okay, so we need to challenge your balance to get better, but making sure when you do them at home, you do feel nice and safe, and only do them if you're comfortable. Okay, if you have never done them before and you're really unsure, or if you have had a fall recently, please make sure that you seek clearance prior to completing your balance exercises. We want to make sure that you're nice and safe when doing so, and that's definitely the number one point, okay? Now, if you can, let's get into our balance exercises. Okay, our first exercise that we're going to do for our balance is called Tandem Balance, which also is the same as saying heel-toe balance, and there are some different variations to make sure that you're safe. So I'll first get you to look at my feet. And what we're going to do is we're going to stand with our feet apart. So if I was face on, I'll have one foot where it is, the other one hip width apart, with my heel at the same space as my toe. So if I had my hands, they would be like that, okay? We're going to start with a space in the middle, and if you can, no holding on. If you need to, you would hold onto the chair. Now what you'd like to aim for is 30 seconds each side. So we'd aim to stand for 30 seconds. Once you've done that 30 seconds, you will swap. So you'll then put your left foot forward and your right foot back. For the first option, you have your feet hip width apart. One foot forward, and the heel of that foot is in line with the toes of your other foot. So if it's side on, I've got my left foot back, my right foot forward, and see how my toe is at the same position as my heel. Okay, that is option 1, and what you would do is you would aim to do 30 seconds on one side, swap 30 seconds on the other. Okay, the next one is to bring them closer. So now I would get one foot at hip width, the other foot I will have next to my heel. So now my heel and my toes are touching. They're not directly behind each other, they are touching each other. So my toes are in line with the middle of my foot. Okay, side on. My foot is here, I'm bringing this foot into the side of the foot, so they are on. Okay, again, 30 seconds on this side, I will try to balance. I might need the wall, I might need my fingertips, or I might need to hold on to a chair. All fine. Then I would swap. Other side. Third option, which is the hardest, is you are directly heel-toe. So my toe is touching my heel, and I'm trying to stand in balance. This is one where you may need the wall next to you to hold on to help you balance, or again, use your chair. You would aim for 30 seconds. Doesn't mean you reach 30, but I might touch the wall 3 or 4 times. Great. Try and let go, or try and just use your fingertips, and keep going for the whole 30 seconds. Okay? Then I would swap. So now my left foot is in front, and my right foot is behind, and again, I'm going to try and balance for 30 seconds. Okay? So you've got 3 options. Pick the one which you feel safest, and try your best to aim to complete 30 seconds of your heel-toe or tandem balance. Okay, our next one is our heel-toe walk. So just like the previous exercise, choose the width of your feet that feel most comfortable. So the wider your feet are apart, the more balance you will have. The closer they are together, the less stable you will be. So pick which option works for you, okay? Our exercise now is heel-toe walking. So this is where option 1 is where we are walking with our feet, still hip width, but we're just looking at bringing our heel, and our toe in position close to each other, okay? So we want to walk in position, just like we had our option 1 in the other video where we were standing still. That's the same position you place your feet to walk, okay? The hardest option is heel-toe, where you are walking and you're placing your heel to your toe. Each step you take, you bring your foot, your heel goes to your toe. Just like you're walking on a tightrope in the circus, okay? This one you really must do next to the wall, because if you do go off balance, you have got the wall where you can use it. Best place you can do this exercise is next to the kitchen bench or in between your hallway. Okay, so we'll do one more. Heel-toe, 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 like you're walking on a tightrope in the circus, and make sure you have that wall there to help you balance. I would recommend starting with 2 laps, so up and back, have a rest, then do another one, up and back, and then see how you go. So that one is heel-toe walking balance, or tandem walking. Alright guys, our next exercise is our single leg balance. Now this one can be a bit intimidating for a lot of people, but that's why we always have our chair or our wall near us, and we can use that for support. So what I'd like you to do is hold on to your chair for the first time, lifting one of your legs up off the floor and standing there. Then what you would try and do is try your best to let go, but still have the chair there for support. Or, if not, fingertips. Fingertips are on the chair. Try your best to let go. And again, you aim for 30 seconds. So you won't get 30 seconds straight away where you can just stand there for 30 seconds. But I want you to keep going. So I don't care if you touch the chair 10, 12, 15 times. I want you to just try your best to stand on that foot for 30 seconds. And then you would swap, okay? If you're at home, you either pop the chair or you walk around on the other side. Now I've got my left foot. I'm going to lift my right foot. And I'm going to have my fingertip on the chair. And I'm going to try and balance. I'll try and take my hand off if I can. I might get a bit wobbly. Hold on. Get stable. Go again. Your foot might also tap on the floor. That's also fine. Lift your foot again. And again, try your best to go for as long as you can for that 30 seconds. And you try again. okay? And that is single leg balance. Now, if you have stairs at home or a step, our next exercise is called a step tap. So it's not just a step up, we are simply tapping one foot on to the step, bringing it down, swapping, bringing the other foot onto the step and bringing it down. And this is a good dynamic balance exercise. So you'll stand behind your step, you'll bring one foot up, bring it off, bring the other foot on, bring it off, okay? Again, do it next to the wall, so if you do need support, it is there. So you tap up, tap down, swap, tap, down, swap, tap, down. I would recommend starting with 10 in total, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep going, 8, 9, 10, having a rest and then going again. So what you also want to aim to do is get your whole foot onto the step. So try not to just get your front of your foot, try and get your whole foot onto the step, bring it off, and then the other one. As I said, if you need to hold onto the wall or you need fingertips, please do, and then complete another set of 10. Let's go. Another challenge you can add is having your head up and looking ahead as you do the exercise. So only do that if you feel really confident, and again, you are standing next to that wall in case you need it. Okay, 2 times 10 of your step taps. Okay, now after you've completed your step taps, we will do 2 rounds of step ups while we're here. So like I said, adding in your strength and balance is really important. Also, poor lower limb strength is a risk factor for your falls, so it's important to add these in. So once you have done your step taps, have a little rest, and then I'd like you to get into your step up. So up with your right foot and your left, down with your right, down with your left. And I'll get you to do 10, if you can, on each leg. Good, that's 10. If you need to have a breather, otherwise straight into your left up, left down, right down. And let's go, 10. Few more. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that is our step ups, and again for safety, complete them next to the wall or next to a bench. So if you do need to hold on to something, you have got something there. Okay, our next one is our sit to stand. Now, I bet you probably thought I'd left it out for this week, but again, we need to keep our lower legs strong. Alright, so pick your option, as I've said over the past weeks, holding onto your chair, using the bottom support or arms across your chest, and we're going to complete 2 lots of 10 today. Okay, again, pick your speed and pick how many you can do. By now, we hopefully should be able to complete 10 in a row. So let's go, pushing through your heels and standing up tall. Make sure you're breathing. That's 10. Sitting down. Again, take that rest, at least 30 seconds, and then we do our second lot of 10. Okay? Again, choose whichever way you feel comfortable. If you do have the weight, like we did last week, pop the weight on your chest as well, or if you still need support, please use it. So, pushing up, and then if you need to use again to help you sit down, also fine. We're doing 10. This is 3. 2. doing over the previous weeks, which is a favourite, is the calf raise. Now, we can do this standing, or again, we do have a seated option where you can lift your heels up as you sit down. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is sitting up nice and tall or standing nice and tall and lifting your heels. We're going to do 10. You feel it in that bottom part of your leg. 9, 10. Second round I'll do in standing. Now again, to add in a bit of a balance component, that is where you try not to hold on. So that's where you can challenge yourself. You can hold on with your fingertips. Let's get started. Or you can try your best to do a few, maybe without, or maybe just trying not to, and then you need it to get back down. Absolutely fine, but doing them without holding on definitely also adds in a balance component to that exercise. So both at once. Let's do 2 more. Good job, that one is your heel raise. Okay, now the last exercise I would like you to add in is seated. So have your feet planted on the floor, again at hip width apart, and I'd like you to lift your toes up off the floor and then down again, okay? So I'm lifting my toes up and then I'm placing them down. If it's too hard, or you might just have one foot better than the other, you can also do them one at a time. So you can lift your right foot up, right foot down, left foot up, left foot down. Sometimes doing both at a time can be a little bit tricky. So you can either do 10 in a row with your toes up, which we're going to start now. Good. 3 more. 8, 9, 10. Or if you need to, like I said, one at a time is also fine. And still start with 10 if it's a bit tricky. So you can go 1, 2, or you can keep going all the way till you've done 10 each side. So let's do another round of 10, lifting our toes up. Now this is really important also for your ankle mobility, which we will do our ankle circles in a minute, but this helps to lift our toes off the floor. Really important for us because we do not want to trip or get our foot caught on the carpet or something on the floor. So we need to be able to lift those feet off the floor. 3 more. And just to finish, my favourite ankle circle. So first option is heel on the floor, and you can do your circles like that. If you are able to lift your foot, please do, and do your ankle circles this way. And then swap 5 the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other foot if you need to. Heel out in front and do your circles on the floor. Still the same, but to get even more ankle range of motion, let's go leg up. 3, 4, 5, and then tricky, back the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Well done with your balance exercises. I did add some little strength ones in there too. So try your best to add these in for at least twice a week. We'd love you to do 2 hours worth of your strength and balance exercises combined. And our main thing is we need to reduce our risk of falls. So well done today, and